we are ready to start.
The senatorial province of Latium was once Empire's beating heart. A beacon of power, decadence, the arrogance of man. Then fiery Ocassus gave voice to the gods' anger, obliterating our mortal follies. In among the ash lay a chance for humility, for change. Yet, we mortals are fickle. Hubris rises in us again, and in a new dawn's light, the question remains. Can we build a better world? Or are our past sins destined to repeat?
She had a very Mediterranean accent, didn't she? Okay, we have an island here, and one of the big differences, all facilities, including oil and stuff like that, is sitting like this. So I would have mackerels, wine, snail population, oyster, iron, and gold.
The sundial approaches the 8th hour, Ellie, and I cannot help notice you are still here. When did you last wander the streets?
What are you talking about? Sometimes those advisors come over and say something that I'm thinking, what do you mean? So, our ship here is, I don't know what ship it is. Well, it's a flagship, but well, you will later see why I asked the question, because it doesn't seem like it's one you can actually build when you get to that part. So, we're starting with a spot, and one of the things from the mods has come into the game, the river slots, because most players actually love them, and they get a very important thing. And in the mountains, it's mountain slots, so you sometimes have to choose whether you want A or B. Here I would have two different things. So, yeah. Your ship doesn't have for a new settlement like it had in Anno, so in Anno 1800. So that's another thing where it's different. So I will start with the first part. Things are a little bit different set up, but many of the things it does is actually the same. First of all, I need to decide where do I want to get wood from. I think I will go this way for wood. So that doesn't come with anyone. I don't even have any of the lowest ranking yet, so put one there and one there, and then pull some roads. Yeah, I'm actually spending money on roads, but believe me, that is important you do that. So we need the sawmills. Now the funny part is, I don't have any inhabitants, but I do have a small workforce before I actually start. And they have pulled 14 out of those I started with. It comes from the harbor buildings. So the workforce is calculated a little bit different. And I don't need to put a warehouse for getting it from the woodcutter to the sawmill. However, the sawmill needs the warehouse in order to get rid of what it makes. So you can bend distances a little bit different. And why do I get that off? It's saying no tutorial whatsoever. So it's automatically sent to the warehouse or trading post or production building that can process it. When it's then being processed, it needs to go to a warehouse or to the harbor, which is a warehouse as well. So we started making some wood. What we also then need to do is to start building houses for the people. And of course they want roads, like everyone else. Well, they don't want them, they need them. Oh. There we go. If they don't have them, then they will disperse. So you have construction here, which is the most elementary ones. The tools is the same we have down here. So now we have started getting inhabitant, then we get a menu for what we can work on them. And that is, yeah, it's kind of straightforward. It tells you a little bit about them, what you can do, and whether this is basically food. So their needs will be 3 different things: food, public service, and fashion. Fashion being clothes. So it's not so different from Anno 1800, where you had the fish, you had the work clothes, and you had the marketplace, the pub, to get the farmers happy, and it's kind of the same here. There's just a little bit more you have to get around. So we'll start with the sardines, which is the fish here. They will need a warehouse. There. So that's the first thing. The next thing they want is porridge. Porridge. Okay, that's made from oat. And it needs to be cooked in a porridge stand. And this is where things get a little bit different. Because where Anno 1800 was island-wise, with pollution, for instance, and disgusting factories and stuff like that, here it seems to be more localized, and then some productions will actually give benefits to your inhabitants. If I choose to put that there, you can see where it actually covers, and it wouldn't make sense to build it right now, but if I put them there, they would get benefits to the inhabitants, and certain things will, and other things absolutely won't. And then there's some again which is a fire hazard, which is quite interesting, but we'll get to that down the line. So we need to find a place to put an oat farm or two. So I kind of would like to chalk it over here somewhere where there is not much wood, and it's a little bit out of the way, so this could be a good area for some farming. So it's 80. And what I do is I then copy it and put one next to it. So, of course, I have to build a road across. Which in Anno was expensive. Well, it's not cheap here, but it seems... I need wood, yeah. So I can only pull it there. So I could pull it from here and over, but I'm not going to do that because I want to fill up here with inhabitants on both sides here. I kind of decided this will be where people live, more or less. That seems to go haywire sometimes, and it is like, you planned what? So how many is it I need to put it all? 6? Yeah, 7. And of course I don't have a warehouse yet. I can place it. That's the blueprint mode. If you want blueprint mode on, you have to go in and tick a box here. It's called planning mode. So you can actually blueprint everything like I used to do in Anno, but I have not done it here because, yeah, I'm not sure that it was... I'm just so excited for start playing it, to be honest. So I know I will be making a lot of mistakes, and yeah, hopefully they won't be too costly. Another thing is you start with a lot less money than you're used to. But on the other hand, the income is very directly from what you are actually providing people with. So the sardines is giving me 24. They are called denari. It is literally the Italian, the Latin word for dinar, which is still existing some places of the world. So yeah, I only have 7 in workforce, but I have 24 people. But some is working. Of course, some is fishing, some is cutting tree, and some is actually working the fields. We're starting to get oats in, not much, but quietly. I did sit and look at that river slot and thinking, am I too close to the road? But it seems that it's fine. So before I do anything else, I will make 2 rows of houses more. I can't build them all, but and the interface is different, but and we have now research and religion and prestige sitting over here in the side. They are at the moment locked, You have to unlock the requirement, and that comes down the line. Trade routes and diplomacy. I felt that the diplomacy was a little bit harder than it was in Anno, but Anno 1800. I keep saying Anno, but yeah, I have to put numbers on now, don't I? So now I have a little bit more people, and we got something unlocked, which is the public services, the market, and the tavern. And you can see the symbols underneath is this will work in Latium and in Albion. This is the sign for Albion, this Celtic mark. And the tavern will only work in Albion. But will only work in Latium. In Albion you get something similar, and it does pretty much the same. So I keep them on because they kind of remind me of what it actually does if I should have forgotten it. I will go and look for our competitors and see what else is. There is some neutral trade people on the map as well. They will also give you quests, so. But I have so far, when I've started games, ended up with 3 or 4 islands because there is so many fertilities and there's so many things you have to do. Spoilers! Oh, I should have said that before, shouldn't I? So yeah, that is really what it's all about. So I need to build the porridge stands. And the thing is, they will cost a little bit money and workforce to run. However, they will also benefit you with one food and provide the need for 2 in the population. So it actually, everything adds to. Oh, there is. So the next thing is the market. It costs 5 to make. And I'm actually putting this here so it covers as many as possible. And again, it adds to. It adds 1 to population in each building they cover, and 1 coin. So money suddenly becomes, actually, I was wrong when I clicked. I wanted to click this one. Oh, that opens that. But you can see now the market is actually adding money. And population. So that's actually good. What are you missing? Oats. You should get oats in.
I did not think they would find me in among the weeds of my garden. Ithacus Tarragonus Taurus, at your service.
So I found one. He's actually the 2-star, but he seemed
Our
peaceful
scouts
in
have
my
sighted new land.
so far. So yeah, let's build a tavern as well. Again, it adds happiness, it adds population, so that's good. One thing which annoys me a little bit, the buildings is of very weird shape, some of them, so yeah. If you like things the Roman way, it won't be. So, new fashions unlocked, tunics and pileos, which is hats. And they add something, coins, and hats adds happiness. So happy people wear a hat, or happier people. So we have some workforce and it's going up slowly. So let's look at this, hemp and a spinner. And this gives money and affects the area. So hemp I'm going to put up here together with the oats, just on the other side. What was that? 60. So I kind of like my fields structured a little bit, but yeah. So if I start with 2, did I get all 60 there? Yeah. Start with 2, and then these we put down here, and you see they actually affect. Green arrow up is a good thing, red arrow down is not a good thing. So this will pull 1 coin from each of the greenhouses. Unless I misunderstood something. And you see you can't double get them, so I'm actually thinking, if I put that there, it will actually... But it doesn't have a... oh. Warehouse. Is that actually close enough? No, it is. Nice. So now we only need the heads. Then we have been through the first level of population, inhabitants on our island. It's missing hemp. It is getting some. And it does take a little bit of time before it comes to effect, because it has to produce the first bit and then go to this factory, the production unit, and make it there, and it actually then has to integrate to the population. So there is steps to be done. So while I'm building up, I'm actually thinking putting some more inhabitants on. There is also the construction here. That is the road, the residences. That's the only residences you can build, is actually what you start with. They have to be upgraded, like in Anno 1800. Warehouses and tools. There will come more here, so as you progress. Then under the first one is liberty. That's it's kind of freed slaves, but yeah, we don't talk about that, where they came from. So this needs sheep farm. And a filter to do it. So it needs wool. We've seen this before. Wool, but it's not work clothes here, it's a hat. And again, that has impact on the area, so you want that to cover part of your inhabitants. And you probably can do it smarter than me, because what I was actually just sitting and thinking is I should actually not put them here, but here, and then build people on each side of them. Yeah, leave that for now. Yeah. Yeah, I will say, I'm sorry if I suddenly go a little bit silent and thinking about what I'm doing, because I do think that this is a game which takes a lot of consideration what you're doing, when you're doing it, or why you're doing it. So the city status has changed. So we have a sheep place. And yeah, I start with 2, even though indications is that you actually want to overproduce a little bit in the beginning, but I'm actually not doing that. And the reason for that is, as money is a little bit tight, I didn't actually want to do that. No. I want to do it that way. As money is a little bit tight, then if you have things to sell, that would be beneficial. However, I actually think until I find the trade speed, the neutral ones, I won't have any sale anyway. I forgot I was actually doing this. This is one of these games which actually can suck you in a whole other way, and it's sometimes make you actually lose what your line of thought actually is. Let's see what happens to me when I'm sitting here streaming and thinking. Half my brain is in the game, half my brain is talking, and they are interfering with each other. Okay, all of these three has to be fulfilled to upgrade. So, fish, porridge, market, tavern, fashion, tunics, and piliers. And that takes a little bit of time before we have produced the wool, and the wool is processed into hats, and that goes into the inhabitant. But you can see already now the two next one is actually sitting there locked. So I know the next one is tiles, coming with the second population group or the second stage. And I got something here which has unopened. This is actually the fire service, but it needs tiles, so I can't build it yet. And we get a city watch. This is the fire department and police department we know from Anno 1800, just different names. Yeah, I try to explain a little bit as we go, but I hope I don't bring too many spoilers either. But I know some of you like to come around and see what is it all about, and that is fair enough. And I can see I made a mistake here, because I need to have space for the road. One for the road.
Diana Augusta. Mother reckons keeping the codices does me good, but I'm literally dying to get back to Rome.
So I found one of the neutrals, which is actually the Emperor's daughter, but so she's living on this rock.
Some days I just want
She
to eat
sells
and try on
timber.
centimeters.
And she buys pigs, bird tongues in aspic, and everything else. These have a special price. I don't know if you can make any trade routes which will be beneficial. Oh, I have
So, my
something here.
friend, if that you be, let us start well together. I myself have few needs. Come to me for anything. The blade wiped clean.
Yeah, I tend to forget. There is these. Oh, someone comes. What is he selling? Buy his supply. What does he have? 20 timber. Yeah, I buy that. I'm a fair. I don't want to be a baddie.
Your freedmen won't forget.
And they also sell specialists, they are called in this, and they intend to be more and more expensive as they go. It tells which group they are. This is military specialist. Do something to fire safety, which is very important in this. This is a Venator of Artemis, hunting food by daylight, catching fish by moonlight. That's religion. But hunting cabins and fisheries in range need less workforce and cost less to run. So it's like we know. And there we have Dorian. He's up here. Hello.
I'm Dorian of the Brothers of Heracles. I hope we can be friends, you and I.
Yeah. So
What doesn't raise a sweat doesn't get you ahead, man.
in this quests are in the lighthouse of the neutrals, and you get some. You can pick up something or you can deliver something, and as game go on, the numbers get higher which they need delivery for, but they pay relatively handsomely. So I actually just bought 20 timber for 400, so if I sell 22 for 2000, I have made quite a bit of money, haven't I? So I will actually take that. I like making money. I'm far away from home, but that is actually not a problem. So, yeah, that was a little bit of an introduction, and I would say you will find out yourself much more than I have done. So I need 22 left back. So if I build some more people, and I think I will take 2 rows, that will be 24. Because when we look at the upgrade, I can upgrade all these. And the good thing is my income has gone in plus before actually I went to that part, so that's quite good. Why is that jumping? So that is relatively positive. Yeah. So upgrade from stage 1 to stage 2 inhabitants is only 1 timber, so it's actually quite cheap. So,
Dear husband, we have found our sacred center.
so now I got the plebeians sitting here, and it's number 2, so that's actually, they are recognized by a sandal, where these are, well, a hay fork, something like that. And I've unlocked the first 2, which is food. Red and garum. Garum is like a fish sauce. I have actually seen it demonstrated a couple of times how it was made and how it smells and tastes. Remember, I come from a place where fish is a very big part of our normal food. So, if I start, no, I will start making tiles. Clay pit. Clay is collected from the river slots. I need to make sure I keep 22 timber.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
So this one is sitting, so I tick the diagonal roads. I tick that off because I normally do not like diagonal roads. But sometimes you absolutely have to do it. So
10 hours, eh? No Roman has ever gone so long without a visit to the bathhouse. Perhaps now's the time?
yeah, I have had the game sitting on all day, but that doesn't mean I have played for 10 hours. No, I wish I had. So I'm starting collecting this, but I need to make sure I have the timber I have decided to. No, those tiles. So this is one which would have bad influence being too close to people, so we need to move that somewhere where it's actually don't really influence anything. Maybe here. So these are of course too far from a warehouse. So if I put that there, then we are fine. So tiles is very important in this phase. So if we want to build something, so the fire station, then you need tiles as well as timber. It kind of goes upwards all the time. And it has seemed to have been to me so far. Then the resources has to be picked up from several places, and that is tricky because each island in this you settle on cost money, and the money goes up, so the more you have, the more expensive it becomes. So I'm doing this mission because that made me make a lot of money on that timber I bought off the guy I bought it from, so that's actually good. I actually forgot to look. Yeah, I unlocked this by gameplay, and this if you is it in here? No, wait. Yeah, it's in here. You can actually buy these things for your gameplay money, or I don't know what to call it, but those you get different things which then will sit in your every game you start for usage. I should actually have put it on. And then you can actually unlock this guy, but you can see there is some, these are specialist or special things which is useful. So the better you play, the longer you play, the more you get, the better it is. So, and the same with Albion, there is also, I haven't actually, oh, I took that one, but what's that? Oh, you can add a new color for you. Okay. I'm more interested in these. And again, there is a specialist which is quite good. They are unique when they are gold colored. There is a special skin for the ship, and there's things, and there's things, yeah. Skin for buildings. Some religion there. What's that? A hollow tree. Okay. And so there is a lot of things which actually can be gotten. And you can unlock him as you can play with him. Make your own Stonehenge, maybe. So yeah, I'm planning trying to get them all, but it is it's going down through the game. Accolades is what you have gotten. Different achievements while you played. So I am actually free to spend my timber again. I'm going to upgrade some more buildings. That would be 12. That unlocks the next one. Which is public service, is a sanctuary and a grammaticus. Grammaticus is kind of a sort of school. So we were to go. I haven't made any yet. Why? Why don't we? And then we got the military part opened as well. That's something I'm not rushing to. Oh, I need charcoal. Damn. I forgot that. So charcoal is a negative one as well. Oh dear, that was actually stupid. That is not going to reach. So yeah, it comes up in a weird way. It's put the charcoal down in the bottom. So the question was, do you actually need it or not? But it seems like if you don't have it, it comes up and say missing charcoal. So I have determined that you actually need the charcoal when you are doing these things. So yeah, if you disagree with me, feel free. So I said the military. Okay, yeah, we also get the harbor buildings. Nothing has unlocked yet. We got the barracks and can start putting defensive works up, and we can start producing weapons. Even though okay, we could produce weapons, but I'm not going to do that because these kind of things cost a lot of money to set in. Because if you want to build barracks, yeah, that's one thing. But it costs not so much the building. Yeah, 10 coins is a minute. But when you build the troops, oh, okay, I can't even see them until I have built it. No. We got the city watch, the fire department, and now we can build a villa or an officium. I'm actually going to build the villa, and this guy told me not to put it too close to the city, but I think that's a mistake. So I have to choose some sort of part here. Fate, religion, for 4 hours. That's a long time. So happiness will fall if I take honest labor. Okay, liberty has no effect. I actually think... Jesus, this is difficult.
Very good.
I will go for knowledge, because knowledge
Was that the Emperor? You're friends with everyone, man.
is everything you research and actually give you a lot of things and options. So I have not been through this yet, so I am going to, yeah, well, I'm going to take whatever Uh, I'm going to pick what I think is going to be beneficial, but I just want to get them all. So I'm going to take a little bit like a circle and going that way. You can choose up to 8, which then will go through them, and they will just move up. So I will take this first 8, and this will give me more knowledge. So that is okay. That one has to be first. So yeah, of course, that is second line. So because I research it doesn't mean I will actually build it yet. But having the option is even better than many other things. So I came a little bit odd into this, but yeah. So I will let that work. Belief has fallen. That is not necessarily good, but that will change when we come a little bit further. So what does it actually take? 25 and 5. But it does warn, he did warn me that, oh, maybe I should do this.
I really, really owe you. And not just for this.
Then you get a timeout period until the next one batch comes up. Which is fine. I have no problem with that. So I'm just trying to explore. I know the last one must be up here, and that is the Chinese lady. It's funny they always put a Chinese lady in, but yeah, well. So the question is, should I build that yet? I don't know if there is any benefit in that, but it gives me prestige, which help with the other governors and the emperor, so yeah. And that's where you can put your specialists at this point.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
I think we pull that up there. Then I can build it here, I think. was saying? I will have to.
First soldiers think they're ready.
I will have to fortify the whole town. What are you saying?
Your first soldiers think they're ready. I dare say the beginning of a mighty legion?
Yeah, there is two. Two. So you can put your in here. Prestige is that, yeah. So, but I know it gives some benefits to things as well. You see the money actually shoot it up. Yeah, so we need to do something about but that will come, I hope. City Watch, I would like to build a fire station relatively early. Because fire safety is not good.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Oh, I have. And welcome to Surfing Suit. I've just started the second phase. It goes relatively fast, but I'm taking it relatively slow, mostly to try to do it right. There's so many things I still don't know, so yeah. That's just how it is. I mean, what could go wrong? There's a lot of similarities with Anno 1800.
You must be the governor.
Oh,
My name
yeah.
is Lysiana. Lysiana is glowing clouds.
Uh,
What will you see in the desert
I,
dawn?
I,
What is yours?
I didn't play much on Wednesday. I was on a couple of hours and I was sitting playing the campaign, but it was just to get the feel of it and show it off. And I played a little bit yesterday and I played a little bit today, and it seems much more complicated than Anno 1800, but I don't know if it just seems so, as it's so much, if that makes sense.